So, could you explain a little bit about the STAR method and what it is?
Okay. The STAR method is something that we kind of teach here at the CRC when you come in for a mock interview or for interview help, and it's a framework to kind of help you hit on all the details that you need to provide to the employer or to the interviewer as you're interviewing with them. Because the tendency for a lot of students is to go into general descriptions of things they've done as opposed to talking about a specific situation, which is what the employers are really looking for. So STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. And so the situation, you describe, you get kind of a little bit of background info if you were talking about a project that you worked on, what class was the project for, how many people were in your group, things like that. The task is maybe what the topic of the project was on, what you actually had to do. The action will be what relates to the question that the interviewer asked you. For example, if the interviewer asked you, like, can you tell me about a time that you had a problem with a group member, that would be where your action would come in. You'd talk about how you resolved that problem with the group member. And then the last thing is the result, R, which is commonly forgotten, but it's really important to kind of bring the whole thing home. Sticking with the project example, the R would be where you describe what type of grades you got on the project after resolving your conflicts or things like that. And it's not something you would necessarily do during an interview, but it's a good way to practice the answers that you want to talk about before the interview, because you're not going to be sitting in an interview and thinking like, okay, today is the STAR. That could get confusing. But beforehand, just look over what you're going to talk about and make sure you could talk about a specific situation for each response.